we're going to discuss about Liana, which is one of the wallets that supports Miniscript. And so the goal of this presentation is that all of you leave this workshop with a operational wallet. So there are some prerequisites. You will have to install Liana. You will need as well Bitcoin Core. So who needs help with that? Is everyone ready with the prerequisites? Or is there someone who already has Liana and Bitcoin Core on their machines, on their computers? Okay, so let's start from the beginning. The web page where you can find and download Liana is written here. It's on their GitHub page. So let's start with that. Yeah, but I prefer GitHub. Does anyone need help with it? Or it's okay? Okay. Yeah. So we have two options. Either I can walk around and help you to install it, or you can watch a demo that I can show you here on RecTest. What would you prefer? Do you want to watch the demo or work a little bit? Okay, demo. Okay, just let me start Liana then. Okay, this is how it looks. That's the interface. I'm sorry that I don't have the latest version of Liana. This is version 5. There is a most recent one, which is 7, and the reason is that I'm on NixOS, and on NixOS the latest available version is 5. So if you decide to do it on your own, you will have a slightly different interface on your machines, probably. Okay, let's create a simple wallet. Who has heard about Liana? Do you know what? Should I explain Miniscript a little bit, or are you comfortable with that? Yeah. Okay, so as you all know, the scripting language of Bitcoin is not very, let's say, human readable. It's not easy to make complex scripts with it. And therefore, Miniscript was invented and developed, which is just another way of using those same opcodes that are available in Bitcoin. And it is way more human readable. You will see that when I finish the demo with the descriptor. You will see that it's really easy to read. It says, okay, I have this key, which is time locked for that many blocks. I have this key and so on. One of the biggest advantages of Miniscript enabled wallets is the fact that you can have primary spending paths and recovery spending paths. And the good thing about primary spending paths is that you can even choose to not back up your key. Why? Because you can count on the recovery path, which becomes available after the expiration of the time lock. Okay, so for the primary spending path, I will use a Nano S Plus device. So this will be the first primary spending path. This one is not under time locks. So this device can spend at any moment. The first recovery path, which will be a single signature as well. So the primary is a single sig, the first recovery is a single sig, and the second recovery is something that is provided by Liana, they call it safety net. So that's where you can choose some external providers that will have one key for you that you can use, activate in case of loss of your primary spending or your first recovery path. So the second device will be Ledger Flex. And third, signer, so the safety net, I will simulate it. I will create a hotkey that Liana creates, because Liana is interacting with Bitcoin Core, so you can create hot wallets there. Obviously, this is for the purpose of the demo. You should not have hot wallets on your computers. I'm starting the ledger. I need to unlock it. The device is unlocked. If you are doing it also on hardware wallet, don't forget to choose the testnet app, because we want to do it on RegTest, because on RegTest I can simulate the blocks and show you how it looks. First of all, you will see that when a spending path is under a time lock, it will be rejected by the network. And then after the expiration, you can spend. And for that, I want to move faster forward. That's why we are not doing it on mainnet, because on mainnet we would have to wait the number of blocks. I'm choosing Bitcoin testnet here, and then all I have to do, the interface is very simple, very polished. There is no many options here. In the advanced settings, you can choose the type of network that you want. As I have said, RegTest for us. The type of the descriptor, we can leave this one. We will not use Taproot. So all we have to do is click here on set, and it should detect the device. Yes, it was detected. And if you click, it will ask, it will interact with the ledger and export its extended public key. So you should see it here. Yeah, this is the extended public key of the ledger. I need to name it. Ledger plus. I can save the signer. So now I have one primary spending path which can spend at any moment. And since this is a single SIG, whoever has access to this single device can spend funds. So, and obviously I don't have time to show you more complex setups, but obviously here you can have additional signers and you can have multi-SIGs, for example. You might add, I don't know, 3 signers and have 2 out of 3 as a threshold. That's very useful. For example, one of the use cases might be for companies that have current spendings in daily spendings in Bitcoin. That's very useful. Okay, I'm going back to the single SIG. Okay, that's fine. Recovery path number 1. I want to modify the time lock because yeah, let's put 500 blocks, 1000 blocks. 1 week. 1 week, and that path will be the other device. So Ledger Flex. I have to unlock it as well. It's not connected. Do you have any questions so far? Please feel free to interrupt me. It's okay? Yeah?
Is it using testnet 3 or testnet 4 already?
RegTest for me.
Yeah, but treatment.
Yeah. So I need to unlock the other device.
feel free to contribute testnets for a version. It's open source, obviously.
I need to choose the Bitcoin test app. And the same as before, as previously, I just click here on set and it will find, so which one is it now? This one? Yeah, this one. And by the way, Liana doesn't let you to reuse the same device. So even if I have chosen the first one, it would tell me that I cannot reuse the same devices for various spending paths, which is a nice feature. So yes, it has obtained the XPub. Okay, it's called TPub because we are on testnet, but the extended public key is there. I need to name it. I'll name it Flex. And we are almost done. We are going to add a second recovery path, which, as I have mentioned, is supposed to represent a key from the safety net. And in my case, I will simply create a hot key on the computer itself. Here, safety net. Okay, I need to modify the time lock as well. I will put, we had 1000, okay, let's put, I don't know, 2000 blocks here. And yeah, I didn't explain you why are those time locks used. This is actually a safety feature because if you try to spend, if someone gains access to the recovery path or the first or the second one that is under the time lock, that person will not be able to spend. And it also gives you the time, if you have lost your first primary spending path, to try and find it if you have a backup somewhere. So you should always have, by default, the smallest block is one, the time lock, one block, yeah. But you should always use like at least 1 week, even more. A couple of months, a year is fine. I'm not doing that here because we don't want to lose a lot of time by simulating the blockchain. And so now we have a primary spending path, once again, NanoS plus first recovery path, this device, and the safety net, which is the second recovery path. We can move on. This is the seed of the hot wallet generated by the computer. And this is the descriptor that I mentioned in the beginning. So you can see that Miniscript is more human readable. It says that there is a condition and there is the time lock here. You see older than 2000, older than 1000. You have the derivation path, the XPub, first, second, third. The descriptor is, yes?
Do you have an operation in Miniscript allowing conditions on fees?
No. On fees, I'm not sure. No? No. The descriptor, I wanted to mention that the descriptor is very important, as you may know also with the standard multisig, so without Miniscript. If you do not have the descriptor, you are in a bad position, because the descriptor actually says to the wallet under which conditions you are allowed to spend, what is needed to spend the funds. So people often think that when they have a multisig, and even if they lose one of the, let's say they have a 2 out of 3 multisig, and they think that, okay, I still have my 2 other keys, I lost 1 key, but actually even if you have 2 out of 3 keys and you do not have the descriptor, your funds are locked. You cannot, yes, you cannot recover them.
If you reach the safety net,
Yes.
you still need the descriptor or only the wallet of the safety net?
You need the whole descriptor. Actually, thank you for the question. The providers of the recovery keys in the safety net network do not have descriptor for safety reasons. Okay, so now we are going to save. Yes.
Can you use any hardware wallet?
No, you cannot use any. There is Bitbox 02 is supported. All Ledger devices are supported. Cold Card is supported. Spectre DIY as well. Jade from Blockstream. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yes.
Another question. So the descriptor is really essential for everything. So let's say if I publish it anywhere, so I can retrieve it, or at least have other people known. For example, if I wanna give it to my children, but in 20 years,
Yes.
If I publish it, what kind of backlash, privacy side do I get? Or
So it is if you. What do you mean by publish? You save it on a cloud or you give it to someone?
for example, save it on a cloud, or
Yes.
even publish on a website, or I don't know.
Okay, so in the world of single sigs, of simple wallets with one signature, the equivalent would be to give your extended public key. So whoever has access to this descriptor can monitor your activity. He knows what's going on. Because you can create watch-only wallets. You can see. So it's a loss of privacy, but you do not. It's not a loss of funds. I mean, if you give the descriptor to someone, he will not be able to spend because he doesn't have the private keys that are necessary to create the signatures, actually.
Okay.
So it's a loss of privacy, yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
Welcome. So the next step is to register the descriptor on the devices. And that is one of the features that was for a very long time not available on major hardware wallets. So for example, the Ledger devices didn't support multi-sig import of the multi-sig descriptor for a long time. And actually this feature is very important because the device itself is actually, you should only trust the screen of the hardware wallet. You should never trust the screen of a general purpose device, such as your computer, because this computer doesn't have a secure element. Those devices are very limited in terms of computing power and memory, but they have secure elements, and this is why you should always verify everything on the devices itself. So here we are going to import a descriptor, but if you are using single sig or multi-sig wallets, you should check the receiving address, you should check the change address on the device itself. You should not trust your computer for that. Let's import it onto the device. Yeah, you see, we still see the descriptor here, and it says that I have two available devices here, the two Ledger devices. You will not be able to see anything. This is a very small screen, so I will show you here. Maybe those who want to come closer, they can have a look. It simply displays the same descriptor as on the computer, and hopefully it's the same. It should be the same. Flex, so I click on Flex and it will fail to register. It's locked. Sorry.
And yeah, so this trend of like having bigger screens on hardware wallets now is starting to be very useful.
If you want to see, you should you need to come closer, because I cannot display this on the computer. So, does anyone want to see how it looks? Yeah. So it simply shows you the descriptor, and it should be the same as what we see on the screen here. WSH, that's the type of the script, witness script hash. You have the conditions, you have the time lock, and so on. And the nice thing here is that the device, the hardware wallet will show you the XPubs, and it will tell you, okay, this XPub is not mine, and that XPub is mine. So you will see it here. So this one is external. That's not the XPub of the device. External, and it should show internal. So this the third one is the device, the key of the device here. And do we want to approve? Yes. And now the hardware wallet has the descriptor. Actually, it doesn't store the descriptor. It stores a hash of the descriptor.
Another question regarding the descriptor. Let's say two people I trust, they know my watch only, so they have my XPub. Can they derive a descriptor, or is it also essential to have to know the block?
You need to know this exact configuration. You can create a descriptor, but if you change something, it will derive different. It will not be able to find your funds.
Okay, but let's say, but
the wallet will not find your funds.
Okay, and let's say I have the whole except for the time, so I can try it out or not.
So you mean you have the descriptor, but you don't
No,
know
I
the
don't
exact
have the
time lock?
descriptor. I just have the. As far as I understand, it's only the XPub and also the block time.
Yes. So actually, I didn't mention. I forgot to say that. But if you still have possession of all your private keys, you can always rederive the descriptor. You just need to use in the same order. You need to use the exact same configuration and the same time locks.
Okay.
Actually not true.
Which one?
Miniscript doesn't give you the backward compatibility. Sorry. So, let's say if you use the exact same configuration in your Liana,
Okay.
you have no guarantee that it will give you the exact same descriptor. The reason
Okay.
for that is that Miniscript is still getting updates, and the way Miniscript works is not deterministic in this sense. So if there is an update that changes, let's say, the weight of a specific opcode, it might derive you
Yes,
a different
that's true.
descriptor. So
I was
keep the full
Yeah.
descriptor.
Yeah, so you need to keep the descriptor, but I'm more of a multi-sig person, so in the standard multi-sig you can do that because nothing changes. Whenever you have the keys, you can always reproduce the same, but actually, yeah, Miniscript is a little bit different. Yes?
So if you save the descriptor to the ledger,
it
what
is-
happens if this ledger gets damaged? I'm buying a new ledger, I'm making recovery with my words, but how I save the descriptor?
It will,
Sorry,
not,
man.
it will not have the descriptor. You need to re-import it.
I have to make the same process.
Yes.
I have to make the same process to the like you did now.
You need to recreate, I mean, if the device gets damaged or stolen or whatever, if you re-import the 12 or 24 words, the only thing that you will have are those words. It will not...
Exactly. So I have to make
Yes,
go
yes,
again
yes.
to the.
You need to
make the same
redo
process.
everything, yeah.
But it's not relevant if it's a cold card or it's a bitbox or whatever.
It works the same way.
Okay.
When you import or create a new wallet, it doesn't have anything else besides the seed phrase.
Is there any user-friendly way to back up the descriptor, like comparable to a seed phrase?
This was my next question. Can you make? It
You can
would-
create QR codes. You can print that. You can make PDFs. You can upload this
Is
somewhere online.
the seed hammer a solution?
Uh,
Because in seed hammer you can print the mnemonic and the descriptor.
Sitham, I'm not sure if they. Do you know if they? Yeah.
Yeah, so we tried working with them. The problem is that with Liana, or generally with Miniscript, you can do pretty much anything you want, right? So this is a pretty simple one. It's a pretty short one that might fit in a metal plate, right? But if you use one that's like a 3 of 5 that become a 4 of 6 that, you know, has like 3-4 recovery path, it can become huge. And in that case, you have like no standard of how big it would be. And again, QR codes, when it start being big, you need to have a format for like importing multiple ones. And yeah, so the answer is like, no, there is no easy way of doing it. I would not recommend doing QR codes. So yeah, typically you save it in like a cloud or whatever, self-hosted at home in a NAS You can encrypt it, you can save it on a USB drive. The way we do it for long term typically is to actually use Blu-ray disc. So the Blu-ray discs are different from DVDs and stuff. They have very, very long retention rate. So if you have a lot of funds, or if you are using it as a company, just purchase like a Blu-ray burner and buy some Blu-rays, and you just engrave that, right? The retention is like 50 plus years for a Blu-ray, so that's a good backup method.
Thank you. So now I have, yeah.
Sorry.
Yes.
Probably I have misunderstood. You have saved only the last seed phrase, the last 24 words of the safety net. Is it because you're deriving?
No. You mean the 12 words that were displayed on the screen? That's actually because I created a wallet with my computer.
Okay, but the first two spending paths were
They are here. They're on the devices.
already, okay.
They are on the devices.
So you're not using BIP85 because yesterday we were talking about BIP85. It
No.
doesn't come into play.
No.
Okay.
So wait, I registered the descriptors and now I want to turn on Bitcoin Core. For those who want to do it, obviously you need to download Bitcoin Core, and the command that we're going to use is bitcoin d regtest. I'll start it here. Regtest. I'm not in the... I have Bitcoin Core running somewhere.
Just one quick remark about the Blu-ray thing. There is something called M-Discs. It works with CDRs and DVDRs and Blu-ray, and it offers you 1,000 years of warranty retention. It's basically writing your data in stone because it's made with particles of granite inside.
I need to find Bitcoin Core. Where is it? Here. Cannot obtain log. Bitcoin Core is already running. Okay. No, I started it somewhere. I cannot find it. Where is it? While I'm looking for Bitcoin Core, does anyone need help with something?
I do have another question. Sorry. Yeah. So let's say I create a descriptor that in 5 years somebody else can spend it, and if I change my mind in 4 years, then I have to spend that, create a new one, and how do I deactivate the old one, the old spending?
I'm not sure to understand what do you mean.
Okay, let's say I give you the right to spend 1 Bitcoin in 5 years, and after 4 years I change my mind and I don't want you to spend in 1 year later. What can I do then?
You just need to change the set of the UTXOs as soon as you make a transaction. You send the funds to someone or even send the funds to yourself. The time lock will reset.
Okay.
So
good.
Let's say now I have created with 1,000 blocks and 2,000 blocks.
Yeah.
It will be so those recovery paths will be available after 1,000 and 2,000. But if I wait a couple of days and then I do a transaction, it will reset the time lock.
Okay, thanks.
You just need to move the funds.
Thank you.
Or send the transaction to yourself. Okay, so where is Bitcoin Core?
Sorry, just to reiterate. So, if I understood correctly, each spending path has its own wallet. So, supposing that each of those wallet is a multisig, then in order to have the backups done properly, one should have the seed of the cosigners of the multisig, the descriptor of the multisig, and the descriptor of the whole thing.
There is only one descriptor. There is only the descriptor that I have shown you. It incorporates everything.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
But you mean if you have a primary spending path which is a multisig?
Yes.
It will be described in the descriptor that I have showed you.
So there's only one descriptor for everything?
It includes everything, yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome. Questions?
You take the question and you keep looking.
Okay. I started it somewhere, I don't know where it is.
Yeah, I'm just going to take the
here.
questions when he's trying to figure
It's
it out.
here.
Oh no, it's okay.
I started it here.
And just to answer your question again about the multiple wallets, it's not multiple wallets, it's one wallet. So Liana is one wallet with multiple spending conditions that change over time. But it's still one wallet. The coins are not moving from one to the other. It's just that in a normal way to spend from the wallet, you can only spend from the primary. But if the first time lock expires, you can then spend either from the primary, that's always valid, or from, let's say, the first layer. Then if you keep waiting, the second layer or third layer or whatever become also available, one after the other. But the funds are not moving to a different wallet. It's just that these different keys, these different signers can then, access it, as well. But they are not moving from different wallet. It's just the word wallet is kind of shit in Bitcoin because everything is a wallet. But a hardware wallet is not a wallet. It's a signing device that has a private key. Here, your wallet is the descriptor. The descriptor represents one wallet. So each multi-sig in different path is not a wallet. It's like just a spending path, if you want.
Does it act like a cosigner in a multisig in a way? So I have the possibility to spend from a given device at a given condition according to a time lock. Does it work like that? So there are only 24 or 12 words basically.
No, so the 12 words or 24 words are a key, a private key, and so you will have one of those per signing device, right? So in this case, there is like 3 private keys. You have one for each of the ledger and one for the recovery path, the safety net. So there is like 3 sets of mnemonic there, right? And in the normal situation, only the first one can spend. If you wait 1,000 block, then either the first one or the second can spend. And if you wait 2,000 block, it's either of the 3 that can spend.
And
right?
I will show that just now.
I have also a question, following up with what the gentleman said in the scenario, if the recovery path becomes, for example, after 5 years available, and then after 4 years you want to, let's say, change your mind, I assumed that you would need to transfer the funds to like a new wallet, but that doesn't seem the case. As long as you do a transaction, is it of all the funds, or if you just move like one set, it already resets? So you don't, because what I assume is you have a very complicated setup in the beginning. You will spend a lot of time on it. You don't need to redo that every year. Or every 5 years or every 10 years or whatever lock you do. You do it once and you can forget about it.
Yes, true.
Even if you change your mind and you want to, let's say, make sure that, after the 5 years, the funds don't become spendable.
So as soon as you change even a single UTXO, it will restart the time lock.
For all of the codes?
Yeah, for the configuration, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I will show you now here. So I just need to send some funds. I'm using Sparrow here. I'm going to send some funds. It's in reg test, okay. Create transaction, and we are signing and broadcasting the reg test transaction here. Now, since I'm simulating the blockchain, I will have to go back to Bitcoin Core and simulate those blocks. And we are going to do that here. The command that we will need is this one here, Bitcoin CLI regtest generate to address some number of blocks and the receiving address of the mining rewards. So let's take this here. I can do it here. So it has simulated 101 block. You can see the notification that the transaction was sent, and now our Liana wallet should have received some funds. Let's see here. Yes, it's waiting. So now we can spend funds from Liana wallet. As you can see here, it says that the first recovery path becomes available in 6 days. If you remember, I had set 1,000 blocks, which is just under 7 days. So this one will become available in 6 days. And if you try to spend with that recovery path, you will see that it's not available simply. The interface doesn't allow you to spend before the expiration of the time lock. So we are going to spend with our main spender, which was this one. We are going to go here, send. We need to choose the address. The address is going to be again my Sparrow wallet that I have shown you previously, which is here. This one. I need to go here, create a receiving address, copy, go back to Liana, paste, description, amount. You can send everything, but you can send, of course, less. Let's send one. The fee rate, okay, let's say 50. And here you can see that you can select. I only have one UTXO, the one that was received previously, so I don't have many options there. And I click on next, and I will have to sign with Ledger Plus. And you can see, as I have told you, the interface lets you only sign with the first spending path, because that one is available immediately. There is no time lock. So I need to unlock the device again. Okay, testnet ready. Sign. It doesn't detect. Okay.
What's the error in the first one?
It's a written connection error. Let me redo.
Yeah, but that's just a one. That's the flex.
No, this is the primary spending
Yeah,
path.
but the connection error is a flex.
Yeah, but the other one also says connection error. Okay.
I have a question, maybe
Yes.
while you sort it out.
Yeah.
Maybe because one of the rules is always not to have a single point of failure. So I mean, it's very reassuring if you start working with this stuff that you can replace the cold card with a ledger or another hardware wallet and all this stuff. But if Liana is the only wallet supporting multisig, don't you create like a single point of failure with Liana actually?
Okay, so that's not the only one. There is another wallet called MyCitadel, developed by RGB team. So, to the best of my knowledge, there are only 2 wallets, right? There is a third one, but yeah, Bitcoin Core, but no one is going to use the command line to create miniscript.
And have you tested the interoperability? Like, that wallets between
unfortunately does not work. If you create a wallet with Liana, it will not be compatible with MyCitadel and vice versa for now. And you said multisig. Liana is miniscript, it's not multisig. It's while MyCitadel supports regular multisig, standard multisig, as well as miniscript. Okay, so it does not detect my device. Good. Yeah, I tried.
What's on the warning side when the warning sign? If you over it?
Let me try again, because the device is has exported the XPub just 15 minutes ago. It should work. Are there some questions? Connection error. Oh, it detects. Okay.
You only registered on the Flex.
Ah, this is why. Okay. The screen was too small and okay. So.
So basically, he didn't register on
Yeah,
both
yeah.
devices. He only did on the other one. and that's
Actually,
why.
that is a very nice feature, because this device, as it does not have the descriptor, it will blindly sign. It would blindly sign. There are some wallets, such as Spectre DIY, that lets you sign even if you do not have the descriptor. But it's better to have it. So it should be. Where is the descriptor? Somewhere here. Yes. So I need to register it on this one. The screen is very small, so you will not see anything. I'll just accept here, approve. It gives you the same information as on the other device. It says this XPub is external, the other one is external, and the third one is mine, internal, and approve, approve. Okay. And now I can go back to here, and now I need to re-enter again. Yes, I need to re-enter the destination.
I think it's in the PSBTs, even if you didn't sign it. It's pretty cool. If you
it's
go
there?
to PSBTs, yeah. No, okay. It should be there. So maybe that's because it's V5, but it should be there.
Well, never mind. It's two amount. We said one. The fees 50s. Anyways, it's testnet. It's not important. And I can hopefully sign now. Yes. So this device processing. It's written processing, and it tells you spending from your Liana account, the name. It knows the wallet because I registered the descriptor. Continue. It gives me the output. I see the amount. I see the destination address here. You should always do that. Check that it's the same as what you see on the screen. You continue. It shows you the fees. And sign transaction, and it will send back the partially signed transaction back to Liana, and now we are ready to broadcast here. We
Just
click
a
on.
quick question on
Yes.
the multi-sig part. Is it possible in 2 of 3 multi-sig to have one required key? So one key has to sign and one of the 2 others?
No, for now, no. At least here in this interface, yeah. But you can develop that, of course.
Yeah, it's just a feature we need to do. One more feature.
So
Yeah.
The protocol
Miniscript allows you to do that, yeah.
so now I need to find my Bitcoin core. Where is it? It's here. And again, I need to simulate the blockchain. Yeah, we have simulated, and now we should see that Sparrow wallet has received some funds from Liana, and here you can see that we have less than before. We have almost 1 Bitcoin. The difference here, it's not exactly 1. The difference is are the transaction fees. So I have shown you primary spending path. We have time for recovery spending paths as well, but if we go to again, I need I'm reusing the same address. This is a bad practice. You should generate new addresses, but it's a demo. If you go to send and here, I don't know, 3, we are going to actually I wanted to show you the recovery path, and this is available here, and you see it's not there is nothing available, and so we will need to simulate 6 days. And to do that, we are going to change the number of blocks here, not 101, but let's say 1010 blocks. And now we should be able to spend with the first recovery path, which was under 1000 block time lock. The notification that you see here is are the mining rewards that are going to my Sparrow wallet. And now if I go back to the home page, it should inform me that one recovery path is now is available. You see. So if you do this, if you do the self-transfer, and this is what will what we have mentioned before. So either you do a self-transfer or you send your money to a different address, but the purpose is to reset your time lock. If you do this, it will lock again under 1000 blocks and under 2000 blocks. Okay, so let's try to send everything from this to my Sparrow wallet here. Okay, let me generate a different address. Send. Get new address, it's here. So I need this, I go back to Liana and fee rate. Here I have chosen one signature from Flex, so that's the first recovery path, which was under 1000 block time lock. And maybe I need. Okay. It's not available yet, or?
Can you put it full screen?
Liana?
Address there.
I didn't put the address, okay. Yes. So I'm about to sign with the first recovery device. Next, it will ask me to sign. Flex. And it is processing, and it says review transaction to send Bitcoin from name of the wallet, amount which is 0.999 test Bitcoin, to the address of my Sparrow wallet. I just move and hold to sign. It is being processed, and transaction is signed and has been sent back to Liana, which is ready to broadcast. We just have to click here, broadcast, and we need to simulate the blockchain again. Here we don't have to simulate 1000 blocks. Let's say 101. And the Liana wallet should be empty now. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, another question again.
Yes.
Regarding the recovery. Let's say after 1,000 days, then the recovery.
1,000 blocks.
1,000 blocks. The recovery becomes valid to spend. If the recovery doesn't want the safety net to spend after 1,000, is it just like the first one? He just has to spend it and then.
Yes. As soon as you do a transaction, it will restart the time locks.
But wouldn't that also have a time lock on myself, the recovery path again?
Yes. It restarts all the time locks.
No. I mean, if the recovery wants still to use the wallet, but wants to time lock the other one, the safety net.
You cannot change the configuration on the go.
Okay.
In Bitcoin, once you have created the descriptor, it is rigid.
Okay.
You cannot extend or modify the time lock of the other. All you can do once it's created, you can move funds and restart the time locks. That's it.
Okay, thanks.
Welcome.
Does that then mean that there is a risk if let's say somebody needs to use the recovery pad and they did not empty the wallet, but you only spent a portion of it, that it will re-trigger and then the funds become locked again and they need to wait another 5 years?
Yes.
Before you have, so it's very important if you need to spend from the recovery pad to basically
you need to let it
entire
expire.
wallet. Yeah. But also to empty the full wallet, because otherwise,
as you have have seen here, when you activate the recovery path, it will send away all your funds.
Okay,
to a new setup.
You cannot do a partial. You cannot make an error that you, if you have
you can
two
spend
coins locked up, that
you can
only
spend partially funds with the other signers, with the other spending paths. The recovery path is there to rescue your funds and to send everything. 2 minutes? Okay.
Since you need to do a transaction each time you want the time lock to refresh and not being activated, it's costly. What are the best practices to minimize the fees, and is there methods that will allow you to
restart the time lock for free?
Not for free, but for at how many sats is it a use case? Because
it depends on the network. The fees change.
The fees are always changing,
yeah.
So you cannot predict in how many blocks how much it will cost.
Yes, correct.
So can you make a manual fee level?
Yes, I have chosen here. I think I chose 50 sats, but you can.
Okay.
You can put 10,000 sats if you want.
And is there a limit on the number of blocks you can have for the time lock?
Yes, it is around 14 months. Yes? 15, yeah.
And is that the limitation of Miniscript or?
That's your choice, probably. It's a technical limitation.
Okay. Thank you.
Welcome. And also, are there for recovery paths? Can we create? Probably there is a limit. I have never done more than 3-4. So okay. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Thank you.